You should be.
Dion just makes us more comfortable.
Welcome to an uncomfortably hot episode of the CineBeards.
Yep, it is death in the cinema, in the studio here.
The CineBeards studio.
It's almost as warm as
CineBeards
when the aircon breaks in the IMAX.
Okay. I'm your host, Jason Musicanth. With me, as always, are Marcus Knafe,
I'm here too.
Hi, Marcus.
Dion van Heerden,
That's me.
and Thomas
Hi,
Sharp.
Thomas.
Hi, Dion.
No,
Hi,
shut up,
Thomas.
Thomas. I'm talking.
Well,
I'm going to talk over Dion because I'm
I'm just not
drinking
going to
from his
listen to
head.
Marcus's point and raise my own one.
All right, yes.
alright. Would it be news related?
I love the back
Well,
and forth we have.
We'll get in some trailers now, but let's start off with what we were talking about while we were making coffee earlier, where all our listeners were listening in on us.
Yes.
Yeah.
We saved all our best material for off air.
No, we were streaming. We were live streaming on Vinoscope?
Hey! Well, we were live streaming to Dion's dad eavesdropping while he cleaned the pool.
Fantastic.
Our biggest fan.
He hates us.
He hates
Aw,
you
damn it.
specifically, Thomas.
Okay,
That
so
is fair.
what
He
are
stopped
hate-
listening since you joined the
I
podcast.
hate me too.
jokes on him, I guess. So let's talk about Venom and the kind of weird audience reaction to it.
Yeah, please do recount that because
Oh, yeah,
I find
yeah,
a hard time.
you can actually just check Rotten Tomatoes what it's sitting at now, but the critics sort of the fresh rating was in the 30s and the audience rating was in the high 80s.
One of those is not indicative of the film.
Yeah, Jason's got a take on that. My part of it is in a lot of forums, a lot of discourse I've seen.
32 and 89 at the moment.
There we
Good
go.
Fucking Christ.
I've seen a lot of discussion around it, and what really boggles my mind is how much of the discussion revolves around The Last Jedi.
Yeah, that I can't understand.
The discussion of Venom. The thing is, what happened is the critic reviews came out before people had seen it. The critic reviews were overwhelmingly negative. So
Yes.
the whole reactionary crowd said, "Oh, the trailer looks sick, man." And these are the same critics. Yes, these are the same critics that thought The Last Jedi was a masterpiece, but that's the worst movie ever. Therefore, Venom is great by default.
Wow.
And that's sort of the
Vis-a-vis.
the
That
Snyder
is,
Cut.
that is some mental gymnastics.
yeah, the Snyder Cut crowd en masse have just been like,
It's funny you
Picking
should
this
say
up.
Snyder Cut.
Yeah.
yes,
Because people are now asking for the, what did you say it was?
the hashtag Hardy Cut.
Hardy cut. Heard it
The
here
Hardy
first,
Cut, because
folks.
he was the one in charge of editing.
For sure,
Yeah,
100%.
It definitely wasn't the studio that
said
said-
Tom Hardy ACE in his
Yes.
name.
Yeah.
It definitely wasn't the studio saying, okay, look, we have a real pile of shit on our hands here. Let's make it PG-13 and let's cut it down to 90 minutes so we can get as much money back as possible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Oh, so the
definitely.
Hardy cut is supposed to be the Hardy R cut.
Hardier. Hey! That stupid hashtag's a lot smarter than I thought.
Damn it!
You've outsmarted me this time, stupid hashtag.
You've outsmarted me this time,
racist.
It's almost as smart as a season 28 episode of The Simpsons.
Oh. But yeah, it's really, and you said something about Lady Gaga?
Yeah, essentially a movie called A Star is Born.
A Star is Born.
A-star.
The movie called A Star is Born. I got my particle switched up there.
Yeah.
Which is
and-
written, directed, and stars Bradley Cooper.
Yeah.
Rocket Raccoon, yeah?
Yes.
And Venom came out on the same Friday, and
Right.
because it's Lady Gaga's like screen acting debut, like movie acting debut, they've gone and just written all this shit about Venom, like, oh no, Venom is absolutely terrible. I should have just gone to watch A Star Is Born instead.
Ah, yes, the classic
And
Venn
some-
diagrams are a lot of overlap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
a lot
Like,
of
it's
overlap.
the same markets.
Well, Lady Gaga and her meat suit.
Basically, she's Carnage.
Basically,
Yeah.
she's Carnage.
Basically, she's
Well,
Carnage.
she's the female. So Phage.
Yeah.
That's the female survived.
Is it?
Phage, yes.
What about She-Venom?
We'll get to that.
Because, Marvel's really great at taking characters
And
and,
then just
putting a
saying,
she in front of
she.
being like, look, female representation!
You
Why
like
create a
Hulk?
whole new strong female character? I can just
Hulk?
attach a she
Well,
to
you
a
can
regular
have She-Hulk.
To be fair, She-Hulk is a very complex, interesting character.
She has become that, yes.
Yes.
Has become that.
No,
But
no,
not
not just
when
started
she
off.
started.
No. When she started, she was just like
Look at
the
the hot
Hulk
big
with-
green lady.
Yeah, look at the
Yeah.
hot big green lady.
And
Well, that's
I
one level
will,
more interesting than
And
normal
I
Hulk.
will.
That's fair enough.
It's true.
Oh, but it's weird that you bring up the connection to the Last Jedi and all that because
It's not weird. It's the internet. That's
Yeah.
what happens.
yeah, it is.
It's horrible.
But the reason I'm saying it's weird is because in this past week, I guess a scientific study of sorts has come forward. Has come with a conclusion. How do you say it?
Well,
Has
yeah,
reached the
it-
conclusion.
Reached the conclusion
Yeah.
that from the initial negative reactions to the Last Jedi, more than 50% of them were bots, just politicizing
Yeah,
it.
just the.
Are you serious?
In fairness, I will say the one thing, because I read the study, is the sample size is really small. But yeah, it does tie in with all the other things we know about how social media has been weaponized
Yes.
by sort of political interests and, so on.
the alt-right very
Yeah,
famously
exactly.
with James
So
Gunn.
yeah, just how they use sort of the same kinds of Russian bots that meddle in sort of US politics and all of that to amplify the negative reaction
And
to
just create discord.
yeah, pretty much.
Wow.
Yeah.
How great.
Yeah, so basically, a few people were like, a woman in charge?
She's
No,
got
no, no,
strange
no, no.
hair color.
I think that is my biggest takeaway about all the negative discourse around The Last Jedi. It's like a movie series about aliens, far off worlds, the fantastical small green men, space knights
Magic-
fighting with
look,
lightsabers.
magic-
Small green men are fine, but you get your black men the fuck out of my
No,
movie.
but the biggest point of contention, we should just keep that as one single soundbite. The biggest point of contention for a lot of people, well, I use the word people loosely,
Humans,
is that there
Entities.
is a woman with purple hair.
Yeah, the woman with purple hair. That's the sticking point.
That's
not
the
that-
sticking
not
point.
that it's a woman.
Yeah.
It's a woman with purple hair. And
Yeah.
that she's got clout.
Woman with purple hair,
Got clout,
is
doesn't
right
listen to man.
over the male sort of, gun-happy hero character.
But what if purple is just like a natural hair color on her planet?
No, well, that's the thing.
No, that is pushing it, okay? That is unbelievable.
Yeah, that's just ridiculous.
That's insane. It's just,
I can only suspend my disbelief so far.
The crystal foxes and the magic space battles are one thing.
if you look at everyone, all the aliens and all the various creatures in the casino scene, the fantastical, weird alien creatures,
Yeah, just
none of them have purple hair.
I would actually have to watch it again because there might be one I don't know well enough.
I don't think there is.
I'll give you the benefit of the doubt and say you're probably right.
Yeah, no, I'm just kidding around, but yeah, but it's just
It's as meaningless.
go back through the entire history
Of
of
Star
Star Wars, and it's just this is the only character who has purple hair, therefore it's an assault.
But I don't know who is more infuriating. The people who started that shit and essentially politicized their view on the movie,
Yeah.
or the people who came out okay, that movie wasn't bad, I enjoyed it, and then read a thing online and were like, oh,
You're right!
No.
it's pushing the agenda of women as equals?
That's insane!
They're trying to take my guns away!
Take my guns and marijuana!
Okay, so now that we got that bullshit out of the way, let's speak about some trailers.
What trailers were there?
First of all, the new trailer for the Spider-Verse movie.
Yes.
Woo!
Yep.
6 thumbs up. Up your
8.
butt.
8. You're counting like a Jason.
No, then it would be 60.
Unrelated. to
0.6.
8. Still not related to 8.
6 is what I said. If I was counting
That's still incorrect when you said there are 8 thumbs.
No, mine were up.
They
Mine
were.
were down.
Another
At
great
the time-
visual
at the time
gag
of
here from the
counting.
At
CineBeards.
the time of counting.
That's the
At
important
last
thing.
count.
Yeah. It's like an African election. It doesn't matter how many votes were counted, or how many votes were cast. It's how many votes were present
counted.
when we counted them.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it also depends where we voted.
Florida.
So the Spider-Verse
of
trailer
America.
is pretty amazing.
I can't wait. Hey! Shut up. I fucking can't wait to see that on the IMAX.
It looks so
We
good.
can tell you,
Yeah.
Thomas, I can tell you from experience, because at the end of the Venom movie, there
You know,
is
I'm actually gonna go see Venom.
just to watch.
just for that.
I've been telling people, man, that Venom movie, not very good, but you've really got to watch it
Oh
because
no,
at
it's
the
terrible.
end,
That's what they want you to do. We're fucking.
I'm pushing the agenda.
Wait, can't you just pay the ticket price and walk in near the end of
Yes.
the screening?
Ostensibly, you can.
But don't expect it to be 2 hours and 20 minutes as they initially
No,
said, because they want their money
because-
back, because they know they made a shit movie.
They hatchet.
Oh wait.
that
So
movie
they cut
to
it down since they announced the runtime.
Yeah.
Yes.
They announced the runtime
massively.
a month and a bit ago.
Yeah, no, I completely forgot.
Yeah.
I remember thinking like, wow, this is a fucking long movie, but you said it's been cut down to.
But 93 minutes.
Yeah.
Basically the
From
the
2 hours-
minimum
from 2
that
hours
it
20
needs
to
for
Venom.
It was
cinematic release.
officially announced
Yes.
as being 2 hours and
Yes.
20.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was hatcheted that
Yes,
much
it was
afterwards,
hatcheted in a
yeah.
month,
You
Good
can
lord.
tell the first act of the movie
and you can
is,
tell.
It is a mess. You can
Yeah.
tell that
I
they've
heard
taken
there's
everything that
apparently
isn't
there is no
paramount.
act 2. There's
Oh no,
just
no, it's just Act 1.5.
And
Like,
then
Fantastic.
and it's like Jason said, they went through with a fucking hatchet and just took out everything throughout the movie that absolutely was not 100% integral. 100%. You have no idea moving from scene to scene what anything is, where anything is. The pacing is atrocious.
It felt a lot like The Predator, where you could feel that it was
Yeah.
cut down a lot.
But
it
mixed-
felt like that, but
with
with
the
far less
overwhelm-
fun.
Yeah, with the overwhelming visuals of The Last Night.
Yeah, no, that's pretty accurate.
ouch. That sounds bad.
It is.
Yeah. To be fair, the interplay between Venom and Eddie is pretty great.
That
Yeah,
I've
it's
heard
quite
that,
charming
that the
at
one thing that
parts.
saves it is just Tom Hardy's commitment.
Yeah.
Well, it's not really Tom Hardy's commitment so much as just
His
their relationship,
interplay, yeah.
Venom and Eddie. Like he does throw himself into it completely, and I didn't hate him in the movie.
I didn't, and I could actually understand him at some points.
Despite his face
Wow.
being uncovered
Yes.
for large parts of it.
Yeah.
I'm impressed that he's managed to make that transition so elegantly.
But we'll see.
And it's like he's sitting on set with a paper bag over his head. It's like, it's okay, Tom. Christopher's not here.
He can't hurt you.
No, there's not a Nolan in sight. Just take the bag
Take
off
the
your
bag
head.
off. No, I'm nothing without the bag.
A Nolan free zone.
But the banter between them is pretty great, and it's the one singular good thing that the movie has going for it.
Yeah.
Everything else
because
is
it doesn't
either
have
shit or a
another
mess.
Okay, but, and this is a really, really important question, is the banter between them as good as the banter between fake Tom Hardy and his robot pal in Upgrade?
I still have to see Upgrade.
Yes,
Yes,
it is better
it
than
is.
that.
It
Oh.
is. Yeah. It's,
When is
it's far
Upgrade
more
opening on our
comedic.
cinemas?
It opened and closed
it
and all.
already.
Yeah, it was like on for a week.
Really?
Not even, like, yeah. It
Yeah,
was,
it was on for like 2 weeks.
Was it on the main lines or
No, it was here.
was it here?
It was at Catgate. Yeah.
Yeah,
No one told me.
I did.
we did. I think it was one of Jason's. Go
It
watch
was
it.
one of my recommendations.
Go watch
the week it
Upgrade
came
this
out.
week.
because it won't be here next week. Go back and listen to that podcast.
No, I know.
Someone doesn't listen to our episodes.
I just forgot.
So anyway, that Spider-Verse trailer.
Spider-Verse.
Oh, Spider-Verse?
That
There's a
Spider-Verse
trailer?
trailer. seems to
The
be
only
doing
thing that,
Venom
only thing
review
that bugged
sorts.
me is it looks like it's running on an Xbox One.
Whoa.
Jokes aside, it looks great.
Yeah, I really like the weird blend of almost CG comic booky stop motionness.
It looks like CG stop motion. Like it looks really, really great.
And the grain that they've used on the animation, and like the text that comes out, like the pow and the whams
It's
and all of
such
that. It works so damn
it's
well.
Sony.
Yeah.
Yes,
That's what keeps
strangely.
surprising me. is
Sony
that-
Pictures Animation, the same people that make those Minions
Yeah,
movies.
it's because it's such a bold.
Did they also make the Emoji movie? Wasn't that also Sony?
No.
Might have been DreamWorks.
Might have been Sony. It actually
No.
Wasn't it?
That was CancerWorks.
Ah,
The because it's such a bold direction.
Yeah,
it's not,
like
it's not a safe
It's
choice.
a very unique art style that they
It's-
obviously had to do a lot of work on that
Yeah.
wasn't quick and easy.
and it's super hard as a like an art director or the person sort of pitching the project to pitch something like that, like we're gonna go for low frame rate looking, we're gonna go for this slightly more like comic book integrated style, and this instead of the safe bets.
Yeah, but then also we're going to have a visually difficult thing to pull off where all of our leads have different art styles to themselves.
Yes.
It's I'm just so impressed they greenlit it and followed through.
Yeah, I'm very impressed,
It's-
and I am, after watching the tag, very, very excited to see it.
Only thing that annoyed me about the trailer, but that's something that I hate with any trailer, is when the second trailer reuses a bunch of footage from the first one.
Yeah, like it's like I've seen this. Show me something new.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
because
But they do show you Spider-Pig.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
she-
Spider-Ham.
And Spider-Ham, sorry,
but that
and
does
Spider-Man
that
Noir.
does reduce my
best
enjoyment of
Spider-Man.
any trailer.
Do you know what will bring my enjoyment of the movie as a whole up by, say, 30-40%?
What's that?
If Venom shows up.
If Leopardon shows up.
If
Oh, yes.
if Leopardo shows up, then that will be tits money. But then we need the interdimensional.
Leopardon is Japanese Spider-Man's
Mech.
Megazord.
Yeah.
Yes. And it's
Who looks
canon.
nothing like a spider, by the way.
Yeah. It looks nothing like a spider, and Marvel made it canon.
And it's the same
Yes.
Spider-Man that has a spider car
Yeah.
that shoots out of the chest of the Leopardo.
Yeah, because
It's
it's
amazing.
exactly the same as regular Spider-Man. Where you first meet him when he's just a regular guy, just Tanaka walking around the streets, and then he happens upon the Spider Cave where he finds Professor Spider from the planet Spider, who then gives him his spider powers. It's the thing we
It's like this was written by General Aladdin.
But it was
Japanese
actually the
Spider-Man
first-
is a trip.
Yeah, it's amazing.
It's
It was-
amazing. It
It
really
was actually
is.
one of the biggest inspiration for Power Rangers. And
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
one of the first uses of the whole Megazord type of thing
Huh,
in a show like that.
Yeah.
that's
So,
cool.
Yeah. So if he shows up in the Spider-Verse, I'm gonna lose my shit.
Well,
That's
I mean,
gonna be
it
amazing.
is a Spider-Verse movie, and in the most recent comics, Leopardon did save the Spider multiverse.
See,
did.
I don't,
Just
I
Yeah,
don't
but he saved the Spider multiverse from interdimensional death vampires.
Yes.
So it's a little
I
bit different.
I don't have anything like that for the Spider-Man movie, but I did see a picture a while ago where they showed Marvel bosses and cast and crew from Infinity War Part 2 at the Russo's new restaurant, and Taika Waititi was there,
Does that mean?
which means that
does
he's
mean,
cast and or crew of Infinity War Part 2.
They hired him on as a group just to bamboozle people.
But if and
they
when I
would.
see Korg Infinity War,
He was
Infinity
like a
War Part
craft
2, I'm gonna
services
flip.
assistant.
Yeah.
But that's the thing, is like they're very specific, like cast and crew of Infinity War 2 and Marvel heads. It's like he ain't a head and he ain't crew.
We gonna get Korg in this bitch.
Give me that sweet fucking Korg.
Give me that Korg, eh?
Give me that Korg, man.
Ooh, and if you were eagle-eyed in the Spider-Verse trailer, by the
Yeah.
way, you could see in the background the little Insomniac Spider-Man suit.
Yes.
Or maybe
Oh,
a friend
where
of
all the
yours
suits
just like
were lined
freeze
up.
framed
Yeah.
it for you.
I didn't see that. Is it there? That's so cool.
Ah, you're so slow, Thomas.
So slow.
Why didn't you come through for Saberwolf on Thursday so that Jason could show you?
I'm sorry, my invite got lost in the mail.
For those of you who don't
With your
know,
check.
Sabewolf is Dion in my band.
We're idiots.
They're pretty good.
It's what they do in the shadows.
Explain.
Jared? Jared, help.
Jared, can you hear me?
Jared.
Papa, can you hear me?
Okay, so the next trailer, let's talk about Vice.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
that's
yes,
great.
yes, yes. Where old
Where
what's his
Christian
face?
Bale
Christian
has
Bale has
Put
Christian
on
Bale
like
has-
tons
Christian
of...
Bale has destroyed his body once
Yet
again.
again. Like, they offered him a fat suit, and he's like, no, Christian Bale doesn't do fat suits.
Christian Bale does fat.
Yeah.
Well, dude, seriously, if someone's paying me millions of dollars to drink like milkshakes every day, I'll fucking go
You
for
drink
it.
some milkshakes.
No, I'm pretty sure he was just like, wait. So finally, I have a reason to eat chicken and waffles for a week.
Yeah, because he's always been either ripped or anorexic.
Yeah.
Now.
Now you can just let it go. But that trailer looks fantastic.
That's just like that's Oscar bait for days.
Oh, it absolutely is. But like it's
in a good
solid
way.
character work. So
and
I
the
don't.
cast
The
is-
only way
Yeah.
it could be more Oscar baity if it was written by Alan Sorkin.
But it was not.
Yeah.
No, it's Adam McKay.
Yeah, I know, and like I fucking love Adam McKay. So you
Yeah,
may not know this, but he wrote my favorite movie of all time.
Which one was that, Dion?
Talladega Nights. Don't you listen to the podcast, idiot?
We did this 3 episodes.
I thought you were
Yeah.
talking about The Big Short.
53
No.
episodes, 53.
But yeah, I'm
We did
super
30
keen to
episodes, 30
see Adam McKay move away from the more improvisational comedy thing.
Yeah.
Like a bit more and like do something.
Yeah, like
Christian Bale's just gonna like slip on something. Whoa!
There's just gonna be like a bonus feature with like all the variants on various lines, and it's like, hey, you look like you just ate shit in a hurricane. Hey, you just look like you got smacked by a truck on the highway. It's just like this endless gag reel.
You know what I can't wait
All
for?
it's gonna do, sorry Marcus,
No, it's good.
is it's a bait and switch. They're making it look like a serious Oscar bait movie, and it's just gonna be like that for maybe the first 5 minutes of the movie,
And
then the meat of it is just gonna be Dick Cheney shooting that guy in the face.
Well, no.
and Sam Rockwell is W going, what am's numbers?
It's going to be the huge chase to find Osama bin Laden as played by John C. Reilly.
No, as played by Alec Guinness. Like,
No. Actually, Will Ferrell is Osama bin Laden and John C. Reilly is Saddam Hussein.
No. See, people on the internet are gonna demand the Ferrell cut, where Will Ferrell is playing George W. Bush. Because remember, he used to do that in a bunch of skits.
Dude, he's so good at that.
He was so good at that. Like, people are gonna want that. Like, who's this Sam Rockwell guy? Who gave him a job? Will Ferrell's already the best Bush we've ever had.
This guy's almost as bad as the Justin Hammer character from Iron Man 2.
I mean, the only way it could be worse if he had purple hair.
just wait.
Yeah. Oh.
Anyway, so
Yeah,
Vice
the
looks
trailer
like
looks great. It looks like
Yeah.
fantastic character work from everybody.
Yeah.
Great script writing, as you can testify to.
Yes, I read the script.
Yes.
I like it a
You got
lot.
an advanced draft.
Who said you wrote it?
Oh, shit.
Again,
And there's no way to
softball
edit
to
these.
There's
you.
no way to edit these.
That I know of.
It's lost to history, I
Yeah.
guess.
Oh, well.
Also, I'm glad Adam McKay keeps giving Steve Carell work.
Yes.
Well, Steve Carell is a fantastic
Steve
actor.
Carell in dramatic roles is my favorite Steve Carell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Foxcatcher.
Seeing as you brought up Will Ferrell and John C. Reilly.
Don't talk about Holmes. It's not happening.
We're gonna
Let's
talk about it.
No.
We have to talk about
I
it.
don't want
talk about
to.
it.
We have to. We
No.
have to confront uncomfortable things.
They
No,
do
we
a
don't.
selfie joke, Marcus.
I
It's a
know,
selfie
I
joke
watched the
with a
trailer.
big camera.
I refuse to watch the trailer.
It's big camera. That's what makes it funny.
Oh, because it's olden days.
Because it's anachronistic.
Because
And
it's
then
the
you
olden
get it?
days.
And then he turns around, and because it's a big long thing and not a small cell phone, he knocks over the queen.
And then she hits the table and dies.
Did they? Isn't it the same director or something as that Get Hard movie? Yeah, I don't have high hopes for this.
Which is sad
The
because
fuck, Will
you know
Ferrell? What the
this,
fuck?
No,
this,
but you
this
know what
could
the-
have been the next generation's Talladega Nights.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
what they're
or
pushing
Step
in the
Brothers.
marketing is like they're trying to link it so hard to Talladega Nights.
Yeah, they're riding on that.
They're riding on Talladega Nights
On those
because it's John C.
coattails.
Reilly and Will Ferrell again.
Yeah, and Step Brothers as well.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
Step Brothers. They're like from the people of Step Brothers and Talladega Nights.
No, it's not.
I want it to be good, so I'm going to hold out hope.
No, I really
That was
hope
gonna
it's
be
good.
good.
But,
Of course.
But I mean, normally they show the best
But
jokes
the
in the
trailer
trailer.
has-
Yeah.
and the best.
Every single joke they used in the trailer was old.
Yeah.
It didn't feel fresh.
Or
It didn't feel
infuriating.
snappy.
That's the other issue is that one of the reasons the Adam McKay films work so well is allowing great improvisers to improvise, and something like Talladega Nights or Anchorman, you know, he lets them improv, and a lot of those scenes he's also off camera, he's shouting lines at them.
And
Yeah.
just
Like
getting
try
them to
thi-
run
try
with
this,
stuff.
yeah, try it this way, you know, and a lot of great lines don't make it into the film because the cast just can't stop laughing at the line. So they're like, oh well, we're gonna have to use whatever we already have. And I think if you just script something,
If you make it too formulaic, they don't have room
if you
to
script
breathe.
something for Will Ferrell and John C. Reilly as a pairing, and your script isn't as
lit top
AF,
tier.
then yeah.
Hey, that's what you heard in the bathroom.
Yeah.
What?
After Venom, when I went to go and take my post-movie whiz,
There was a youth there.
a youth came in and
Yeah.
described the movie as lit AF.
Jason found in bathroom with youth, described as lit AF. Got it.
That seems...
Got our headline.
Alright.
I was
But
in the
there's
bathroom,
some-
with ... a youth.
Yeah. And then at the end, just sick.
Yeah.
Sick.
Square brackets, it was, close square
Yeah.
brackets, lit AF.
Jesus. What are you, Vice?
Oh, Kevin's gonna get you.
The
the ceiling.
Kevin. You say Vice News 3 times, Kevin appears and punches you.
He doesn't punch you. He's a wrestling fan. He gives you the people's elbow.
I don't know,
that's
he
fair.
just, he jumps through the ceiling, he lands, he like comes up to me, towers over me, and then he like posts an angry comment on my timeline, and then leaves.
Yeah, but it does look like there's a bit of improvisation in the movie.
There might be, but yeah, we'll see.
We hope there is.
Yeah,
because
yeah.
it really, like, I'd love
But
it to be.
yeah, it's just Will Ferrell's so great, and it just feels like bad project and him just kind of phoning it in.
Yeah, this next trailer is a little older than a week, but it's definitely not gonna go overlooked by us. Dark Phoenix.
Oh my god! I love it so
I know
much.
Marcus was so excited about this, but I gotta say, Marcus, the rest of us disagree.
Yeah, I can see that. I mean, you know me, I absolutely love every Game of Thrones actor that's outside of a Game of Thrones role.
Especially Peter Dinklage, who we all know should be in every possible
Yeah, Peter
role.
Dinklage should be in everything, and this, this, which one is she again? I don't even know.
The Stark girl.
Oh yes, and this Stark girl should just be, like, she should be the new Iron Man, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, there was that new...
Salsa Stark.
The who's the really talented
Yeah,
one
salsa.
with the avocados, the dragon avocados, who was in Genesis.
Oh, that very, very good actor.
Yeah,
Daniel Targaryen.
Thank you.
that's the one.
Yes.
Bad.
Guys, Dark Phoenix looks like a fucking shit show.
Yo,
I like how
it looks
some of the
bad.
trailer outlets didn't even put Salsa Stark's name on it.
Yeah.
They were just like starring Jennifer, what's her name,
Yeah.
and James
Oh,
McAvoy.
I honestly think that Jennifer Lawrence,
Lawrence, that's a human
through
name.
no fault of her own necessarily, but her being in these X-Men films, the new ones, and her sort of career exploding the way it did is probably the worst thing that happened to them.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
far
Well,
and
yeah,
away.
but the thing is, the blame does fall on her, because I know from Apocalypse,
Yes.
she said,
I do know this as
I'm
well."
done with being in the blue makeup. You want me in your movie? Write it so I don't have to be
Oh,
painted."
really?
Yeah, I do actually know about that.
Yes.
And that is some
okay, cool. So
horse-
sweet. Now I get to be angry at her.
Yeah, no, that is some next level horse shit. It's like, fuck you, we will write the movie, and you as the actor will act.
You're literally playing a shape-changing character. We can change you.
Yeah.
So, yeah, no, I don't, yeah.
What is
But
that?
holding thumbs. These aren't thumbs.
Those aren't thumbs.
Another great visual gag.
Why don't they get
the
budget
funeral-
J-Lo from Magnificent Seven?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, could have got her.
Yeah.
They could
I
easily
bet she
done
would
that.
have agreed to be in the blue makeup.
Yeah.
But
Well, they could have just gotten
hopefully-
Rebecca Romaine again.
Yeah, they could have, because it's been what 40 years
Like a
since the
1,000
first
years?
one.
I don't
Technically,
know.
the first one was set in the 60s,
Yes.
Yes.
so it's been 30 years.
Ah, nice.
Just
So
say-
Yeah, this
could-
one's in the 90s, and X-Men, the first one with the black leather, that's supposed to take place in like 2003, 2004, allegedly. So,
Wow. So the next 10 years are going to be really hard on them.
yeah.
next 10 years is going to
Like
be
they've lived an easy life until now, but the next 10 years are
it's
just
going to be hard living
no,
in the X-Men trailer parks.
No, but that's how it goes. You know, Professor X and Magneto met in the 30s when they were both 35, and then they stayed 35 throughout the 90s, and then they were instantly 70.
That's how time works.
that makes sense.
That's perfect.
Jesus Christ.
or Michael
Continuity.
Fassbender is just gonna really surprise us, and he's gonna act so he looks exactly
Ah, come on
like
now,
no,
come on now.
to
We
be-
don't have that technology yet.
Fuck
Make
you.
him look like an old Jeff Bridges.
They can't go the other way.
It doesn't work
The
there.
style only goes one way.
Fassbender's a hero. Fuck you. To be fair, his scenes look alright in the trailer.
Yeah.
I gotta say, the best thing that they've done
You,
in a
what,
while
you didn't come to me
was-
for help, you came to me for permission. That's a pretty Magneto thing to say.
Yeah, he looks.
Yeah, but there's
he looks
way,
all right.
there's way too much fucking like.
No, there's
Bullshit.
No, there's a lot of horseshit.
No, there's a
In that
lot
trailer.
of
There's a
horseshit.
funeral there, which I'm happy about because
Yeah,
like
you-
the smart money is on its Mystique's funeral.
Oh yes, please, Jesus
Please be
Christ.
that. Please let that be the opening scene.
Yes, 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 yes. And then like the other shots of her from the trailer are either fake outs or just like flashbacks
Yes.
to the moment she died.
But how could it be a Mystique funeral if she's in the other movies? In the future already.
The future's changed. Everything changed with the
Days of Future Past.
the days of Jennifer Lawrence past.
Okay, fine.
Yeah, we wish they were the days of Jennifer Lawrence past.
Yeah.
Also, those fucking uniforms look fucking terrible.
Yeah.
Oh, the
How
really
do you
drab ones.
How do you fuck up the X-Men? How do you do that?
I mean, it's supposed to look close to like the original comic costumes, but the material is all wrong. It looks like weirdly saggy, and
it's like
Who did they get to do their costumes?
I don't know, Steve in accounting?
No, they got the same guy that's doing the costumes for that new Robin Hood movie.
We'll talk about
I think they were probably like, for some inexplicable reason, just with the costumes, they were like, let's make it a bit more grounded. You know, they're not gonna have professional designers making these things. It's like, no, fuck off.
No, give us
They're
give us the
literally a
names of
school of endlessly talented people.
Yes.
One of them has the mutant power to sew. I'm sure of it.
Or at least one of them just has the regular human power of knowing what looks good.
or the regular human power of invoicing a costume designer. Like, shit, man.
It's not like they hide their faces or identities.
The black market of costume designers. You gotta go the deep web.
Oh, like in Roll for X the Internet.
No,
No, because that's the dark web.
Oh yeah.
this is the
You wrecked
X-Men.
my happiness, Beyond.
What happiness?
Didn't you mean he broke it?
Shut up.
Because it's
Shut
like
up.
a thing.
Shut up.
Just shut up.
So
shut
what
up.
else happened?
Shut it up.
So
what
anyway,
else
Dark Phoenix looks like a pile of shit.
And you know what
Yeah.
the worst thing is? It's Hans Zimmer scoring it, and I'm not excited.
Yeah, from
That's
that
what they've done.
Like,
for
if
us.
they were-
trailer, I couldn't have told you that's a Hans Zimmer project.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, yeah.
Well, they hardly use.
They won't. Yeah, they won't have used his. But I see what you mean. That it doesn't look like a Hans Zimmer project.
No.
Like,
Yeah.
it doesn't look like the kind
I
of thing
wouldn't associate
he
the
would.
music.
He would accept money for.
Yes.
What else is he coming back for in superhero movie land? Because remember, he said he
Something
retired
awesome.
from superhero movies.
We were very excited
were
about
we
it.
hyped about it?
We were pretty
We were
hyped
very
about it. That's why
hyped
I'm
about
wondering.
it.
Well, I can't remember. Just poof.
Wasn't it new Wonder Woman?
Yes, Wonder Woman
Was it Wonder
1984.
Woman?
Yes.
That's it.
That was the one because we were
discussed
like,
the synths.
yes, he
Yeah.
gets to do the synthy stuff.
Yeah,
Yay.
he gets to do the synthetic stuff, and Snyder's out, and that's probably why he's back.
Yeah.
Probably, actually.
Yeah.
Speaking
He's
of,
like, I'm retired from superhero movies. Zack Snyder fired. Ah, kidding.
back.
Bye.
I love you, Wonder Woman.
Yay.
Give me more money.
speaking of a lack of Snyder,
Eh?
that new, because we'll get to that ones, but that new Aquaman trailer.
Oh my god,
Which
it
has-
actually looks
It
good.
looks really cool. Looks fun. Like there's
Wait,
color.
did you watch like the 5
Yeah,
minutes?
yeah.
of-
Yeah.
That bugs me because that's not a trailer.
No, that's
it's-
like a TV
and the last
spot.
movie that they did, what worries me is the last movie they did this with that I saw, where they put out like effectively like a 5-minute quote trailer.
It's not a trailer, it's a
unquote.
TV spot.
Yeah. It was Pirates of the Caribbean, the most recent one.
They said
Really?
extended footage, I think, when they released it at New York Comic Con.
Yes.
Yeah.
But if the only analog we have is the last Pirates
Yeah, no,
movie,
like it just immediately
Ooh.
worried me because
Yeah.
it's like, are they taking the cool scene? Yeah, no, definitely, it looks better, but it still doesn't look great.
it doesn't.
They have learned from the Captain America, like the running choreography.
Yes.
There was so much like, yes.
Oh yeah.
You've learned.
Let's
Good,
take the best
good,
parts
good,
of Winter
good.
Soldier for that chase
Yeah.
scene and
Yeah.
just
Yeah,
fucking.
yeah.
put Atlanteans bashing through walls.
And they finally learned that, oh hey, the costumes can be a little campy and that's fine.
Yeah. Get your production design to put big money into the costumes, and Black Manta will look so
Black Manta
fucking
looks so good.
I'm so hyped about
It looks
that.
it looks
I love Black
sick.
Manta.
Orb looks amazing as well.
Orb looks
Yeah.
so good.
This-
It's all the fucking mega crab death battle with
Yeah.
Rhyperiodons charging in and just like
And the giant seahorses, like it all looks so
This
cool.
flame
I want it to
trebuchets
be
underwater.
great. I really wanted to. I'm even like happy to see Jason Momoa man in the classic sort of outfit, you know, with the bright gold and
Oh,
the green.
and the dude from The Conjuring, what's his name?
Patrick Wilson, who
Yeah.
was Blake Orm.
It took me so long to pinpoint who that
Who
was.
are
Like, yo,
you?
this creepy dude look like he's a sex predator for sure. But
almost like in that film.
yeah.
so yeah, I don't know. I'm not hyped yet, but I think it's just because I've been burned so often.
I'm not hyped, but I'm now not.
I'm at neutral.
I'm positively looking forward to it rather than negatively looking
Yes.
forward to it.
I
So
think
wouldn't say I'm
I'm-
hyped, but I'm
I'm
not.
perfectly neutral at this point. I think the improvement in that extended look,
Yeah.
and just the fact that I know James Wan is there, like outweighs the crushing doubt and fear.
I'm not-
The thing is, it's James Wan, so it's going to be really, really good until the conclusion of the movie.
and then they're all just gonna
Fall
they're just gonna
apart.
dance while like a 50s ballad plays in
Or
the
something.
sunlight.
But yeah, I'm not gonna lie. A lot of the production design is what has pushed me over into like.
Oh yeah, no, the
Being
production design, the like
okay about
the
it,
look
like-
of Atlantis is
Yeah,
Yeah, I
it's-
just want to go and watch that
uh,
stuff on IMAX.
I did get very uncomfortable flashbacks to Misa Jar Jar Binks, Misa Gungan. There is a lot.
there's a lot
There's,
of
like-
Nabooan
Yeah, there's a
Gungan
lot of
architecture.
in like the crafts and shit. I was like,
There's also a lot of Tron Legacy
yeah.
in that
oh,
soundtrack.
yeah.
There's
I like
a
that
lot
a
of Tron Legacy, which I was like, alright.
So, I mean, obviously, I'm not saying it's going to be shit, but like, I'm
You're
perfectly
still-
neutral at this
Yeah,
point.
you're no longer like, it's going to be a pile of shit.
Yeah,
You're now like,
yeah,
okay, it could go either way.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which is
That's-
impressive
that's
because
actually fair
they've
enough, yeah.
clawed back a lot,
Yeah.
even if you
But
just
they-
look at
they-
both trailers.
It does.
Well, trailer
I think just on a moral level, almost, it bugs me that they hedge their bets so heavily because,
Yes.
like, you know, they always release like 4 trailers and they'll have different tone. This one, it's like it starts here for a minute, doing this one thing, and then it just starts a completely new trailer for a while. Then it shows you a full scene from the movie. Then it has like a different trailer.
Yeah. There's a lot of eggs in this trailer
Yeah, they're
baskets.
throwing everything at the wall.
So
I
we'll
just
see what
realized,
sticks.
I don't know how the interwebs reacted to this one,
I don't
but
know
it
either.
was a little bit campy, which means they're probably going to
Oh.
double back on it almost immediately, like they did with that cool Justice League trailer.
We'll see.
They're gonna find a way to Warner Brothers.
No, no, no.
I've just thought myself into being unhyped again.
Damn it.
Damn it!
Well, all you need to
Whatever.
do for that is remember the one sort of bad joke in the trailer where Mira takes some sweat from Aquaman's brow and like
yeah.
activates the Atlantean machine, and he's just like, I could have just peed on it.
Well, it's not wrong. You could have.
Like a turd in the wind.
Like a PG-13 bloodless turd in the wind.
Well, I should hope the turd is bloodless.
Yeah, jeez. Otherwise,
That
you've
was
got
like
some
a toxic
problems.
I should
Go
go
get
to
checked,
the I
dude.
should go to the doctor then. All right.
So what's
And
the?
then stick his fist up your butt. Well, at least he was dressed like a doctor.
It was Halloween, but you know. Did you guys watch the Robin Hood trailer?
I did.
I did.
Oh my
because
God, it's
I
a-
watched it and then I told you all to watch it because I refused to
I
suffer
refused to
alone.
watch it.
Fuck you.
You're
Suffer.
bad.
Gave away how bad it is. So.
Damn it! I should have been like, oh,
Thomas was like in the group, just capital letters. Definitely go watch it. It's definitely good.
shit! I should have been more subtle than
Yeah.
not at all.
You see, the problem is
Was it everything?
no. The problem
No.
with your message to us about the trailer was you were going through a David Cage moment.
Ah,
You had no subtlety.
no subtlety or metaphors
Exactly.
or concept of women.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, that trailer looks like dog shit.
No, the trailer.
Fucking
I'll
hell.
check it in the break.
Yeah.
Yeah, you will.
You will. We'll make you.
Yeah, the trailer looks like hot poopy garbage.
No,
And not
not
the
the fun kind.
Not the
Oh.
fun kind like Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter. The bad kind of poopy garbage, like
Not
the
schlocky,
Hansel,
just
the Hansel
bad.
and
Yeah,
Gretel
not
one.
schlock, just bad.
Oh well.
Yeah.
Electric
But speaking of
eggs.
Taron Egerton, the Rocketman teaser,
Rocketman teaser.
Oh,
Oh,
the-
yes.
I haven't
the
seen that
Elton
yet.
John-
I
the
haven't-
Elton John biopic.
I haven't seen that yet.
Yeah, it looks really good.
Does it?
He looks like him, doesn't quite sound like him, but
Yeah.
I mean, looks the part, and to be fair, they can just overdub all of his stuff, so.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
it's
I see.
literally just a teaser, but he does look like a young Elton John.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
cool.
Which
remember
is-
young Elton John sounds very different to
Older Elton
like
John.
post 90s Elton
Oh
John.
yeah, no, there's a huge. It's like John Bon Jovi, like 80s Bon Jovi sounds like a whiny cat,
Yeah.
but post 95.
Well, it's also like young Luke Skywalker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, he
wanted to
does
go
not
to
sound the
Tashi's-
way people remember him.
No, it's very high pitched.
to Tashi's station to get some power converters.
Now that's a compelling character who I really wish stayed exactly like that. the
Yes,
entire-
me too.
entire time.
I'm glad that strong male role model stayed that way.
Yeah.
I forgot what I was going to mention now.
Gotcha.
Oh, yeah, I haven't watched it yet because I still actually haven't read the books, though you told me to.
Yay!
The Good Omens.
Good
I
Omens
watched the trailer.
Good Omens trailer.
Good.
It's like
That casting,
It's perfect.
Amazon throwing a bunch of money in it with Neil Gaiman being involved.
Yeah.
which is super important.
And
Two
Neil
leads are two
Gaiman,
of my favorite actors.
a Neil
Yeah.
Gaiman, Terry Pratchett novel, two of my favorite writers,
Yeah.
and two of my favorite actors,
There's a perfect
David
storm
Tennant
of
and
good
Wesley
times.
Snipes.
Yeah.
So that's who I think of him as.
Yeah.
Yeah, but David
Right.
Tennant is pitch
What
perfect.
is Wesley Snipes' name?
Wesley.
Mr. Snipes. His name is
Michael
Blade?
Sheen,
Yes.
the actor who plays.
Is that his name?
Yes.
Yes.
He doesn't look like a Michael Sheen.
I know,
Well, it's
but,
the same
but he's a
name
Welsh
as an American
Sheen.
actor, but he's
Yeah,
a Welsh.
yeah, I know.
Welsh
It's
Michael
like
Sheen.
yeah.
He's a Welsh Sheen. So there's
Yeah.
at least 17 G's in the Sheen.
Yeah, but and you have to have a whole bunch
No
of flames
E's, an
to
S,
say.
or an H. weirdly,
17
but-
silent letters in the face of a rat.
Yeah, but he's a just absolutely perfect casting,
Oh,
like
yeah.
all around. It just looks great. It looks like they've thrown enough money at it. It looks like they know what they're doing. Like
The
I like
characterization is
I like the
perfect.
cheeky. You're my best friend.
Yeah.
Use in there.
Yeah, it's pitch.
It's so British.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
It's
British.
so
It's
British.
exceedingly British.
We're
Yeah.
not friends. We've just known each other for 6,000 years. it's so. I can't wait for it. I'm going to activate Amazon Prime
Yeah, I
and risk
absolutely
losing my
Whoa,
Netflix
You've got
subscription
Ballspark?
Why would you risk losing your Netflix?
because starting Amazon Prime is a big no-no if you're sponsored by Netflix.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so-
Oh, this show looks like bad.
But honestly, when
I saved it. Netflix will still
That
get
was
its
pretty
money.
Fantastic.
compelling. I
there are
believed
some things in life where you just sort of like put your money where your mouth is, and like I will absolutely subscribe to Amazon for a few months just to like say thank you, just to show them like, hey, you greenlit this thing, you gained a subscriber. Like
Yeah.
it. This is positive.
it's like when
consumer.
Panic Button ported Doom to the Switch. It's like I bought it. I'm gonna play it on my gaming PC, but I'm buying this on principle.
Yeah, because you did
just
a
to
thing
show
that
you
I liked.
do the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
And
is.
also, Panic Button are some wizards.
Jesus Christ.
Lord knows how they did that.
Yeah.
They sold their soul to the devil.
Yeah, no, the more impressive part is fucking Wolfenstein
Yeah.
Oh,
really?
shit.
Is
it
it
two?
high
Oh,
fidelity?
It
Yeah, it's actually like, well, no, the Digital Foundry videos on it is actually super interesting. Like
yeah.
the choices they made where they sacrifice, it goes super low res, but they kept the important stuff that makes the aesthetic, like the
Yeah.
lighting and the atmospherics and just the overall look of it. So they could either have stripped away the look and gone for a higher resolution, or kept the core look and the effects that give it its sort of character.
visual
style.
identity.
Yeah, and gone for low res, and I'm glad they made that decision.
Yeah.
And it's pretty steady.
That's pretty great.
It's ballsy as fuck because
Yeah.
like it drops to like fucking 640, you know,
Good
like
lord.
480 at
SD.
times.
Yeah.
Like even lower at times, but because it's got like the depth of field and it's got like the anti-aliasing and it's got all the stuff like
Yeah.
it actually doesn't
Doesn't
you.
feel like
it's
it.
fine, yeah.
Yeah.
And in handheld, it looks like you can't fucking believe what's happening in your hands. It's
Yes.
like, what? And
Nice.
gyro controls.
Yeah.
The gyro controls.
That's
Awesome.
fucking cool.
Okay, so let's secure our money here. Daredevil season 3 trailer.
Hey!
Looks so good.
Looks
Kingpin
rock
in his white
solid.
suit.
Yeah,
Kingpin is
he
white suit.
looks. So there was another like short thing that I didn't watch that they put out. They've been putting out like meet this character, meet
Yes.
that character. I haven't watched the new one.
Did they put one out for Bullseye?
No, they put one out for Poindexter.
Oh,
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, cool.
I haven't watched it yet.
Nice.
All I
But
know
yeah,
is
it looks so good.
Just give me more.
I love the fact that they're clearly pulling from the Daredevil Rebirth comic arc.
Yes, yeah, yeah.
Which I mean, that's
the
some
coolest
good, Yeah,
one.
that's some good shit. Like that's like one of the few cool things that came out of '90s comics.
Just give me more Vincent D'Onofrio, man. Like,
It just makes
man
me
is
happy
such a
that
good
they've
actor.
realized what was fucked up about season 2.
And what worked with season
What
1.
worked really well, like, and all the weird half-assed fantasy
esoteric
uh,
stuff from
bullshit from
Defenders and season 2
Get that
and
outta
stuff.
here.
Just
Yeah,
like,
they're going back to the more
Grounded.
quote-unquote grounded.
Yeah.
yeah.
Which is perfect for
Which is
Daredevil.
what, yeah, that's what I fucking want.
Yeah, but
like,
that's always what Daredevil was meant to be. Daredevil was never meant to be involved with esoterica because it's just a blind dude with super ninja skills.
yeah, like I want more fucking corridor fights and
give me more old boy fight sequences.
yeah. So and I mean Fisk is their greatest asset.
Absolutely, both as a character and D'Onofrio as an
Yeah.
actor. Like it's
So like just leaning into that, yeah.
so compelling. He's so scary.
Yeah.
But
Someone needs to do a Electroless season 2 edit.
Electroless.
Yeah.
It's just the first half of season 2. You just leave once Punisher gets arrested.
Yeah, but like Punisher still shows up later.
Like in the last episode.
Yeah, but
It's just like
the-
edit all the Punisher stuff.
yeah.
Did you
Just edit
see?
all the Punisher stuff? That's about it, really.
Yeah.
Did you see what D'Onofrio tweeted?
No.
So obviously people were super hyped for D'Onofrio in this, and that he's back, and somebody tweeted at Netflix like, "Oh, why isn't this Kingpin in the Spider Universe?" And D'Onofrio says who?
Whoa! Yo!
Marvel approved that tweet.
Like, you know, like
Marvel
Just
approved that
imagine
tweet.
like Far From Home or something. Just
fucking D'Onofrio
Fucking
just pushing
Kingpin
up.
showing up.
Speaking of which, I've
I'd
started
be on
reading
board
stuff
for that.
about Far From Home, like just a few bits and pieces.
Yeah.
Like the reason
Nothing
it's
spoilery. I
nothing
hope.
spoilery, but the reason it's called Far From
it's
Home.
because he dies far from home.
Nice.
no, I'm not gonna.
He goes on a bus.
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna go spoilery, but the reason it's called Far From Home is because the adventure itself takes place in Europe, so he's literally far from home.
That's very
Yeah.
creative of them.
It's very
Yeah.
creative. That's
And-
new information to us as well.
Yeah,
Just salad. New information.
Whoa,
didn't know.
breaking news.
also Mysterio.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, that's very
Jim
cool.
Sterling will be so pleased.
He's just gonna be so pleased.
I mean, he's basically gonna make Spider-Man Far From Home his personal pornography.
Pretty much. And then
The-
when Fisk shows up.
The one thing that is gonna disappoint me a little bit about Far From Home, I was speaking to Dion about this after I rewatched Spider-Man 2.
Yes.
I know what
it's
you're gonna
it's
say.
not gonna have that whole like New York standing up for Spidey moment.
But does it really count as disappointment? Like, disappointment implies you're expecting it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's
I-
just
And
No,
like,
I
why
was-
should it follow the same arc as the previous trilogy?
And also
the
remember-
thing is that it's been in. It's like
It's a
almost like
staple.
a
It's a
staple
staple.
of a Spider-Man movie. Is
Maybe
the
they
whole.
can do it in the third
Yes.
one?
Yeah, they can.
They'll-
I know,
they
I
have to
just
do it
like
later.
It just warms my
No, no,
heart.
I
Yeah,
love
I
it
know,
as well,
but
but,
Jason,
like-
nobody knows who Spider-Man is yet, technically. If you look at the timeline in the MCU, he's like on a couple of YouTube videos, he saved some kids in Washington, and then he disappeared.
Yeah, he's not really Spider-Man yet. But also, like, I mean, if they do that in the second Spider-Man film, you're just gonna have a bunch of movie bobs going, "Oh, I didn't do it as well as Raimi! Oh.
Yeah.
Like, why would they do that to themselves? Like, Far From Home is as clear a mission statement as any.
Yeah.
We're moving
We're not
away
even giving
from
that. We're not even doing that as a possibility.
But I hadn't thought of that, but you're right as well. Like, as far as the general populace is concerned,
Yeah,
like,
the
Spider-Man
general
isn't
populace-
like
Yeah,
a big
that is
protector of the people.
Hey,
Exactly.
Spider
Because it was a very
Guy.
personal battle in the
Because
first
like
one.
Yeah.
because the the first one there was like he just didn't do much in the public eye except
Yeah.
like saving the kids on the field trip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that was far from home. And in Civil War that was a secret battle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No one knows
And
about
in
that.
Infinity War, he's on
Yeah.
Titan. So yeah,
Yeah.
like the average populace doesn't really
Yeah,
know.
I mean, it's very clearly indicated in Homecoming where the dude's like, "Hey, Spider Guy," and he's
Yeah.
like, "No, Spider-Man,
Do a flip!"
and then he goes, he's like, "Yeah!" And that's the moment, you know,
Yeah.
like,
Well, there was some time with him in the beginning with being the friendly neighborhood.
yeah,
Spider-Man.
but it's still very much like not like the
Yeah,
Spider-Man.
it's not. He hasn't.
Airplane.
And he's still, I think there's still an argument to be made for him being partly a menace, like him being on that barge,
Yeah.
Yeah.
on that ferry thing, and it's just
Public-
like
Spider-Man's
everything
a
goes to
public
hell.
menace.
Yeah.
Yeah, Spider-Man. Yeah, Iron Man.
love that guy. Featured extra 12, you're so great.
Nice. All right. Any other trailers?
Yeah. No trailers I can think of at the moment, but there
I don't
was
think we missed something.
there was a trailer released at New York Comic Con that we haven't gotten yet.
What's that?
Hellboy.
Oh yeah, well the
Did
footage.
they actually have a
They
trailer
screened a trailer there for the people.
well,
that
yeah,
were
I think they actually screened a scene from the film.
trailer and a scene.
Well,
Okay,
we
yeah,
can- we
because
can-
like I was so angry because I saw headlines everywhere like
people discussing the trailer.
Hellboy first footage revealed. That's the headline. So you're like,
I clicked on it as well, and
yeah.
there's people just talking about it, and I was like, wait.
Fucking negative comment.
Well, like they've
Those fucking
they've been
Last Jedi.
well, fast-tracked that.
we can't talk about that, but we can talk about the promotional image that we saw.
It looks so
which
good.
is great, with a horrendous tagline.
Yeah.
Horrendous.
I don't like the tagline.
I
Nobody does.
I get,
Legendary AF.
yeah, like
What's
I,
an AF?
yeah,
I don't know.
It's half an afro.
I've heard people
So
in,
it's like Moss from IT Crowd.
Yeah.
I've
makes
heard
sense.
people in defense of the tagline, and what they say incorrectly is that like, oh well, Hellboy's always been like a funny, jokey character. It's like, yeah, but he's always been anachronistic. He's always kind of been out of time. There's no ways he would use
Yeah.
modern slang
Like
anyway,
something
because he
very
wouldn't
new
understand.
and very
he would use
trendy.
something old that he thinks is cool in
Yes.
place of that.
Unless
that
unless the tagline was written by a 13-year-old for whom AF would already be anachronistic. Like,
Yes.
let's go with something ancient.
yeah, like from the
Wow.
beginning of the year.
Yeah.
God
But yeah,
damn
so
the
that-
meme cycle.
That poster looks
Sounds like
fantastic.
the worst bike to ride.
Does it have a frog on it?
Yes.
It's got a frog on it, and instead of like an engine noise, what's
It's just
a meme
screaming.
noise?
It's just screaming. It's just
It's just screaming, here comes that boy.
I hate everything.
I don't
I hate
even have
you.
a reference for that.
But yeah, I really like the image because
Yeah,
it
it looks
reminds me
fucking
of
badass.
like my fucking Hellboy comics that I
Yeah,
have
I'm
at
still,
home.
I'm obviously sad about Ron Perlman
Of course,
being in
because
it,
Ron-
especially since they made such a big push for it.
Yeah.
But,
It's
you
fine.
know,
I like Ron
But
Perlman.
yeah, but I
on,
think it's going to be great.
yeah.
I like Ron Perlman on Twitter. Just
Yeah,
yelling.
yeah.
Just
And
yelling.
And the dude, it was the dude from Stranger Things,
Yes.
right?
Yeah,
That's
David
what I mean.
Harbour.
And he's fucking cool.
He's
so-
cool, and I really like his comedic timing.
Yeah,
in
and he's good
Stranger
with
Things,
kids.
which makes me think that it'll be good for
Yeah,
Hellboy.
no, I'm sure he's going to be fantastic.
Yeah,
Who's making it?
Also, apparently they're
Don't
not. I'm not
Legendary?
entirely sure.
Probably legend. They might still have the rights.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's all the
Nice,
rights,
right?
but apparently it's not going to be as fantasy themed as the Ron Perlman ones.
Yeah,
They're skewing more
to
towards horror. with
yeah,
it.
which I'm
That's cool.
Fine by, yeah.
Because like the Hellboy comics can go either way.
Yeah,
Like, it can be
yeah.
like wild esoterica elves and underground cities, or it can be straight up Lovecraft.
yeah. No, I want some of that good horror.
Yeah, so that works. I mean, it's good for them to differentiate themselves from the Perlman one, because then otherwise they're just going to be compared with it.
Yeah, it's almost like if they tried in the second Spider-Man movie now to like do that whole New
New York,
York.
yeah, everybody
tick, tick,
stands
yeah.
with
That would be a
Spidey.
terrible idea. Only an idiot would want
Yeah.
that in the movie.
Jason, you wanted that.
Oh no!
Zing!
gosh, no,
now
now I
you
look
feel
like an
foolish.
idiot for the first time ever on this podcast.
It's alright.
It's never happened before.
It's alright, that's why you have us here.
Another great visual gag. Brought to you by Krabbies.
But I think we should bring this up. Just speaking about horror and things in that line, and spooks and so on. So you guys remember the New Mutants was going to go into reshoots?
I was just about to ask what's happening with that.
Yeah, so those
that's good.
reshoots. Reshoots.
Reshoots.
Those
Oh
reshoots.
no! James McAvoy shirtless, or I'm out.
Yeah.
Come on.
Those reshoots apparently haven't started yet.
Oh, because
Yeah.
of the scheduling.
Because of scheduling and things, and it feels like, contrary to what people expect from Fox, that they're actually putting time and effort into this to try and make it a better project.
I just hope they can blend the reshoots
That's
in well
the
enough
thing,
because
is it's like that
this
forced
long
stick.
afterwards,
Yeah, this is
it's
getting
gonna-
this is getting on.
there's gonna be a bit of a difference in look between the reshoots and the.
It's fine. They can just use Disney's de-aging.
Yeah, but like just turn the dial back like 6 months.
Yeah, so it'll just look like a slightly younger Jeff Bridges.
Yes.
But the
but
movie just full of Jeff Bridges.
just Jeff Bridges from like how you remember him looking in January.
I saw him at the cafe. I remember exactly how he
The
was.
jacket.
Whoa!
jacket.
It's January 2018. Jeff Bridges.
Really
I love that guy.
It's a really specific de-aging gun.
No, the word on the street is also that yes, they are trying to make it even more horror centric.
Yeah.
Because of how well the trailer
Because
was
of how
received.
well the trailer was received, and that it's also likely that the reshot material is going to cause the film to carry an R rating.
Oh, so everyone's gonna see it. They're gonna be like, "That's cute."
Aww.
Yeah.
Or they're gonna go, "Arr, pirates."
No.
Are you
No.
sure? Rating?
Yeah.
No.
Why are
No.
you against?
No. Then they won't screen it in the US.
Jared?
Jared.
Yeah. There's nothing else I can think about talking, though.
That's a good sentence.
Yeah,
Yeah.
good
Yeah,
making
that
with
was
your
a good
words there.
sentence.
That
I'm
was
just
a
gonna
great
describe
sentence.
my
It's almost like
headlines,
it's almost like I speak professionally for a living.
It's a great Thomas sentence.
There is a live-action Lilo and Stitch coming our way
Why?
Why?
because that's
money.
what Disney
Because
do.
there's a live action.
And
Everything.
the brand new video game movie on the horizon is based on the ever popular and heavily story-driven Dance Dance Revolution.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Ubisoft's got to get more money.
More money.
for people to work in the Assassin's Creed salt mines.
No. Have you seen some Odyssey at silver mines now?
Oh, sorry, silver mines.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Because Greece is just full of silver
Of
mines.
course it is.
But what I want
Also,
to
its
talk
use is
about,
dick.
I'm not going to let it slide because I'm not going to miss the opportunity to talk shit about Snyder's version of Justice League.
No, we will never pass that opportunity.
What's new on the Snyder Cut watch?
Well,
It's a
essentially,
Snyder Cut.
his was still meant to be the Justice League Part 1 and then Part 2.
Oh yeah.
So his version of Justice League ended with an even more murdery and horrible Superman.
Oh, awesome!
Awesome.
Good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
great.
What happened?
It's just
was
the guy said like
prophesied to
Superman was just like out of control and off the chain and just he really got to let go.
Did he really get to be like, ah yes,
Unhinged.
ah yes, Dad,
Unhinged was the
I will
exact
kill
script
them
that he
all.
used.
So,
An unhinged Superman.
Nice.
so Steppenwolf used red kryptonite on him?
No, just when he came back, like you know how when you like working out from a nap, you're a little grumpy.
Yes.
But he's Superman and does everything more, so he's double grumpy.
So he's super
Yeah.
grumpy, would you say?
Okay.
Oh.
Even grumpier
And then
than he was
you're
at the
fired,
Flash.
Thomas.
And then
Thank you.
in part 2 of the of Justice League, Snyder did confirm that he was killing off Batman. Yeah. So
Well,
Snyder
now-
was like,
okay.
is in
No,
exact-
well,
here are
okay,
the
well,
two most
now-
important characters. Let me waste this death on the second movie and this death on the fourth movie, and that should be fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It would be
ties
fine.
it all up neatly.
Now it makes sense why Ben Affleck at one point was so desperate to get the fuck out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he had an exit strategy.
Well,
Well,
also,
he's
Zack
out of
Snyder would
rehab
have
now and back into the gym. So he's
Zack
very
Snyder would
possibly
have killed
training.
him for real.
Yeah.
That's he knew that.
Yeah.
Now he's safe.
Oh,
Is he?
he's safe.
He
Or
went
is
into
he?
protective rehab.
Potato.
Oh my God,
He's,
no,
he's
I-
out of rehab and gymming and training. And,
But
Yeah.
what if
All of us
like
on board.
Ben Affleck, like I know dealing with alcoholism is terrible and a hard thing to do, but what if he was just Batman because he was drunk the whole time? Like
Yeah,
he didn't know what he was doing, and then when he finally got to rehab, he's like, "The fuck did I do?"
No, when he finishes rehab, he gets out. He's like, now I can finally play Batman. I've been looking forward to it my whole career. I'm gonna make it so good. Batman v Superman is gonna be the business.
like, I'm not good. I know he doesn't like guns or murders, so I'm gonna stay far away
It's
from
gonna
that.
be no guns, no
It's
murders.
gonna be great.
I've done my research now when I was in rehab.
Yeah.
It's gonna be amazing. And then like everyone in rehab just sort of like awkwardly shuffling their feet, like, yeah, okay, cool, man, cool.
have to say
He's a
fine.
character full of hope. He always sees the good in people.
The first thing I'm gonna
He's
do is
all
I'm gonna
about
call.
justice.
I'm gonna call Warner Brothers when I get out. I'm gonna say I'm finally ready to make that Batman movie. And it's like he just steps out and they just close the doors behind him, like. Go, go,
They
go.
put like a broom between the handles, so you gotta, and you just
Everybody duck down. Turn off the lights. He doesn't know he's
All right, I think that's it for what
Yeah.
we're talking about today.
Yeah.
On that note, we'll end. So, this week coming out is Hellfest, which I have no idea what it is.
Oh, I do. That's the Blumhouse one with the theme park where the whole movie is just the beginning of Final Destination 3.
Okay.
Okay.
Cool.
That's interesting. So I guess if that tickles your fancy, go and see it. Otherwise, like, Venom's really shit, so I'm just gonna go watch A Star Is Born instead. Cool. Hashtag Lady Gaga's debut. Oh, what did they hashtag with it? I don't fucking care.
Who cares?
Make your own decisions. You're adults.
I'm gonna make a Netflix recommendation.
Do it.
Because I saw what's out and I was very excited about the trailer, and that's Hold the Dark.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
I have watched it.
Ah,
It
Does
is fantastic.
Nice.
Yay! It looks so good.
Now that you've brought it up, I can talk about it a little bit because I'm
No spoilers.
No spoilers. Just thematic.
Everyone
notes.
dies. Ah, shit. Sorry, Mark Ruffalo.
Yeah.
I Ruffaloed hard.
No, it just the fact that Hollywood is shifting the Western focus and themes to Alaska
Nice.
in a lot of ways.
Oh, that's cool.
Like they did with Wind River.
Exactly like they did with Wind River.
Fantastic.
Right. And now that they've done with this, it shares a lot of Western DNA.
Ooh,
which is fantastic.
Can't wait. Can't wait.
Great. Great. And then my Netflix recommendation.
Getting double pay this week.
Oof, finally, because this Friday, sees the release of Apostle.
Oh, yes, we discussed that
little
trailer 2
apostle.
weeks ago.
Yes. So once
Nice.
you've done watching Hold the Dark and you feel you're ready for something that's probably going to ruin your life,
I can't wait.
watch Apostle.
I shall.
And in between, if you want some levity, Big Mouth Season 2 did also come out.
Oh, is
I've
that
heard
actually good?
It's pretty funny. Like the
Yeah.
second season, it's still... I mean, it's toilet humor.
Oh, okay.
And like just a bunch of stuff about boobs and dicks and everything, but you know, there's some
Dion
funny
hates those
moments.
kinds of jokes,
Oh
though.
no! I stick them up my butt.
Yeah,
Hey!
Fat jokes he's fine with boob and
they
dick
did, they
jokes.
did a whole in this season. They do a whole episode about.
do. Yeah.
Gotcha.
They do an episode about Planned Parenthood. That's like.
No, I'm still.
They're actually like, yeah, thank you to the libtard agenda for let us make this episode.
Oh, it's
Yeah,
pretty political.
I'm still
Yeah.
working my way through The Good Place, which I'm enjoying.
Oh, The Good Place is fantastic.
More like the Great Place.
Oh.
Am I right?
Yeah, because I watched
don't know how to
season
see it.
1. I was
Yeah.
like, oh, I want more. And then the next week, season 2
Yeah.
was on Netflix.
But
I was
Ja-
like,
Jason
I
told me like,
complained to you.
Yeah.
I was like, why isn't season 2 of a Netflix show on Netflix here?
Yeah.
And then the day after I complained to you, it went live on
It's
Netflix.
almost like
so
you
you
sent
were
a
quick,
mail.
Marcus.
I know.
Marcus has some
You were.
pull.
I
Just
have some
don't
pull.
say a word about it because he needs to watch it.
yeah.
It's true, I do.
No, it is a fantastic show. That's all I'll say.
Yeah.
Thomas,
Also-
any recommendations?
I'll also recommend Venom because I'm lazy and because you get to see that end bit.
Oh yes, you do get Spider-Man into the Spider-Verse at the end. So end of Venom.
I wonder, sorry, as a last point, I wonder if they're going to do for Venom the opposite of what they did with Deadpool, where Deadpool's being re-released as a PG-13 film.
Oh, we didn't even talk about that. Yeah, the
Oh,
Christmas Deadpool 2 Christmas movie.
Yeah. That's getting a re-release as a PG-13 film, which I think is just, like, it's a smart move financially,
marketing-wise,
and it's sort of,
fantastic.
and it's also very much on brand, like
Yeah.
taking
Yes.
the piss out of it. I wonder if they would do something like that for Venom, where like
It
they
de-
actually.
It depends if the stuff that they cut out was
Is any good.
Was not
Oh,
any good.
I think just
It's,
adding
they're
it,
saying-
adding it back in, like, as a means of like
No,
pushing the R rating.
The peeps who did work on it said that like don't hold out any hope for like a full-length R-rated cut because none of the VFX are done.
Yeah, I was about to say it depends if it was finished.
Yeah, that's probably why they cut it. Actually, they just ran out of time. Idiots.
Entirely possible.
Yeah. Okay.
All right,
So
cool.
plugs.
You can follow me at I rarely tweet, so I will occasionally
I
like
really
tweets.
thought
I'm
Jason was
not
just going to
fan
copy paste
your-
this from the old podcast again.
Your timeline, yeah.
Cool. Krabby's,
Krabby's.
Sideshow Collectibles,
San
Netflix.
Pellegrino.
Light up Thor!
Yay!
Light Up Thor.
Light up Thor!